the team and won the ring when Pippen met Michael. Though we hate our own brothers, it's a never-ending cycle. We kill our own stars. We rather see a nigga catch a bus than own cars. It's hard to love success when you struggle so hard. Imagine doing 40 years behind them cold bars. You completely innocent, but just was at the wrong part. You done fell in the slump. The trap moving slow cause the money dried up. The bricks cheap as hell, but the weed high as fuck. Nobody smoking work, they won't desire big cups. Them blues be the moves till that fit knowledge touch. People die hard bust, now them fans at your nuts. Them robbers get to starving, it's nothing but stick ups. He saw the ring camera, still shot him, what the fuck? If God had let this happen, then who can I trust? Nobody but this pistol, that's the reason why it's clutch. R.I.P. to Mr. Hutch. The jeweler, I'm from the slums where pussy niggas rape high schoolers. Get the girl pregnant, act like he never knew her. Finally go to jail and get less time than the shooter.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. Salute to everyone that's in the building right now. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all, shout out to y'all. If y'all can hear me, please drop a 1 in the chat. Please drop a 1 in the chat. Please drop a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me out there. Please drop a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me out there. Drop y'all ones. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I see some ones. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone, man. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Happy Monday. We're going to get into this conversation today. Before we get into it, I'm going to shout everyone out. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. Double tap your screens if you're here through the vertical feed. Double tap y'all screens if y'all are here through the vertical feed. All right, we're going to get into it today, man. I think this is a conversation that we need to have as Americans. Just let me shout y'all out and then we're going to get into it. Let me shout you guys out in the chat. Good morning to everyone. And then we're going to get into it. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Good morning, Sin. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you, Sin. My first lovely lady mod in the building today. Good to see you. Are you still going to I have this stream for the conspiracy theories around. Nah, I'm not gonna do it, Sin. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because I noticed and let me shout everyone out and then I'm gonna respond to what you said, Sin. Shout out to you, Sin. I appreciate you. Hey, Scorpio. We got two lovely lady mods in the building. Good morning, Scorpio. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Good morning, Queen Shay. Shout out to Miss Queen Shay on a pull up. Good morning. Good to see you. Old Head TV. What's good, Old Head? Yes, sir. Long live Big Dale, man. See what's going on down there right now, man. I see what's going on. We spoke about it too. Shout out to Old Head TV. Shout out to UFO. What up, UFO? Salute. What's up, George? Shout out to George Pender on the pull up. Rick Slick in the building. What up, Rick Slick? What's going on, fam? No doubt. What's up, Smitty? Good morning. Salute, my brother. What's up, Joseph? What's going on? Good morning. Good to see everyone that's in the building. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, y'all. We are going to get into it. Okay. I got you, UFO. We're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. You see the show? The secret war inside U.S. politics, no one wants to talk about. No one wants to talk about, right? But we're going to talk about it over here because that's what we do. You guys are tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep this Monday morning. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in right now, but you are tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host. I'm DS1 Ross. If you're new here, I'm DS1 Ross of Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and welcome. And over here, we have the unpopular conversations. Over here, we have the conversations people like to run from. Over here, we like to make sense of the BS. That's what we do over here. We not following no trends. We not chasing no algorithms. We not chasing no narratives. We not having BS conversations. Okay? Because over here, we allow the sheep to stay asleep. Okay? Because we all grown. So let's act like it. And let's communicate with one another in that form of fashion. So with that being said, shout out to my man Ant. I was over there yesterday for a little while, coffee and chill. And it was a great conversation. Great conversation. But it led me into making this show today because it seems like us as Black Americans are truly uninformed about what's really going on in this country. You know, we still, as Black Americans, is talking about things from back in the day. And the people who talking about this stuff wasn't even around. But they try to justify why things are the way that they are today when they wasn't around yesterday and they don't really know what's going on today. See, what Black Americans like to do today is when we're in the perfect position to come up as a group, perfect position to come up, you got Black people who are specifically going out their way telling Black people that they can't do shit because Donald Trump is the president. Got Black people doing this. See, this is how I know y'all don't know what y'all be talking about and y'all don't know history. Because Y'all are them same niggas from back in the day, right? Y'all are them same niggas from back in the day that was telling black people they couldn't do shit because of racism. Y'all just like y'all ancestors and don't even know it. I don't care what your family did. If in 2025 you're telling black people that they can't really do shit because of racism, you haven't learned nothing in life. I don't care what you know how to build, what kind of money you make. See, none of that stuff means nothing, right? It don't mean nothing, right? When it's not substantiated through your ideology and through your legacy. See, don't come up here and tell me, oh, I know how to do this and my people did this and did that, but you ain't doing nothing to uphold what your people laid down for you. Your people didn't become skilled workers to run around and complain about racism their whole fucking life. That's not why they became skilled workers. That's not why they became the people they become. And this is what I realized about Black American people. Black American people back in the day, they didn't use racism as an excuse. They didn't use racism as a reason why black people didn't get along. Black people never said that shit. That's us new niggas. The old niggas, the niggas from back in the day, they did shit to combat racism. What are we doing today? Nothing. And guess what you niggas will tell me? Because guess what you told me on Auntie's panel? Oh, how you expect us to be after years of going through shit? Hold up. Your great-great-grandmama been through more shit than you. What the fuck are you talking about? This what kills me with modern day Black Americans. Your great-great-grandparents been through way more shit than you. And guess what they did? They accomplished more than you. You know how I know they accomplished more than you? Because you still talking about their accomplishments and not yours. Yeah, let's talk. See, over here, we have logical conversations. Logical. You could get all in your feelings if you want to. See, I'm not sitting around bragging about the ancestors. You know why? Because the ancestors instilled an ideology in me to do better than them. See, that's what my ancestors did. See, I'm not on the internet talking about what my people did, but I ain't doing half of what they done. Not even half. Not even half. You ain't putting no points up on a board for your family. What points you putting up? We talk about doing the shit our ancestors did. Like go out in the world and create ways for their people. Go out in the world and invent things. See, don't get on the internet and tell me what your people did and you 35, 40 years old and you ain't do nothing. You 50, 60 years old and you ain't built nothing. I'm talking about points on the board. I ain't talking about buying no house. I'm not talking about getting no job. I said points on the board, meaning generational things. Did you put anything up on that board yet? Did you change any trajectories in your family? See, if you ain't doing that, then you ain't doing nothing as a Black person. You ain't doing shit. This is the conversation Black people don't want to have. Because see, in other households, amongst other groups, this is how they raise their children. You got to grow up and become something. Become somebody. Somebody that means something in the world. See, that's what black folks used to do. And this is what y'all like to talk about. What black people used to do. How black people used to be great. What have we been since hip hop? We done had hip hop for 50 fucking years. What have we become? You know, most of them rappers don't own a fucking house. Do you know most of our black entertainers don't own nothing in the world? They don't own shit. But them people right out of slavery owned more shit than black folks right here in America right now. Don't talk to me. Don't tell me nothing about, oh, but what about all the years and the effects of what we went through? What about the motherfuckers who came right out of slavery? You also, so you ain't gonna consider they PTSD. But your ass came 100, 200 years later, and you talk about PTSD. Shut up. Shut up. Ain't none of that shit affect you. You just ain't doing nothing because you don't have an identity in your family. Yeah, and this is the conversation black people don't want to have. Black people lost their identity here in America. That's why we don't create nothing. That's why we don't invent shit. See, when black people were proud black Americans, we invented things. We invented stuff. You see? You see? Why black people not inventing nothing no more? Huh? Where's that? Oh, black people invent a lot of stuff. This man don't know what he's talking about. Show me. I said a black American, not a fucking African. Don't point me to Nigeria. Right here in America. Show me. Show me. I said an inventor. Don't tell me about Passanat. I said an inventor. Inventions. You know, like black people used to do. We used to invent shit. You know, like inventing a stoplight. Yeah. You know, like inventing the filament in a light bulb. Inventions. Name me some current black American inventions. Yeah, because we're going to get into this. Because this all has to do with politics, in case you didn't know. In case you didn't know. In case you didn't know. See, because I want to talk to black America before we get into white America. Because white America is the sick people. In this country right now, the war that's going on is between white Americans. But black people don't want to shut up and go do something with themselves. You know what black people want to do? Black people want to sit around and talk about white folks. This the same shit you see y'all niggas that's doing that now. I know that your ancestors was them same niggas. Was those same niggas. Because y'all only doing what y'all was taught. You doing the same shit your ancestors do. Sit around and talk about what the white man did to us all day. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna go work for white folks and kiss their ass and then go home at night and talk about how much you hate them. Just like them old niggas from back in the day. And then you get on the internet and act like what you saying means something. You ain't nothing but an old slave nigga. And that's what you always want to be because that's what you proud of. You ain't never want to be a black person. You always wanted to be a slew foot nigga. Because that's what you proud of. Because that's what them niggas you came from was proud of. Being drunk ass niggas calling white people out their name. You ain't nothing but a black redneck. Yeah. Did you ever know that? Do you know the opposite of a nigga's a redneck? Huh? Do you know a white nigga is a redneck? Did you know that? You ain't nothing but a black ass redneck sitting around talking about rich white folks. What the fuck you think the rednecks do all day in the trailer park? They talk about rich white people and talk about the government. Bunch of slop eating crackers, rednecks. They hate white folks too. Stupid. But you act like you got a problem with white folks. You doing what them rednecks doing. You doing exactly what the rednecks are doing. I bet you you ain't even know that. I bet you ain't even know that. Sitting around getting drunk all goddamn day, talking about the fucking system. When if it wasn't for the system, you won't have a goddamn liquor house to go to and buy your goddamn liquor and cigarettes. You do know that's in the system too. Shut up with that lying ass shit, acting like you about something. When all you niggas want to do is run around and consume. That's all you want to do. What up, Cutthroat? What up, Link? Shout out to my man Link in the building. Hey, Miss Keita T. Good morning to Miss Keita T. We got 3 lovely lady mods in here today. Hey, Miss Keita T. Shout out to you, Keita. What up, Chill Will? Salute. Tired of hearing this shit. When we don't know the real war that's going on in this country. It ain't got nothing to do with black folks. Nothing. And then this is how I know y'all, a lot of y'all are hypocritical. Because y'all will turn around and say out y'all mouth that we never did nothing. Why they always doing this to us? Why they always picking on black people? No, the question is why black people can't mind their goddamn business. Because this shit that's going on in this country right now, and shout out to Donald Trump. Yeah, I said it. Shout out to the Trump administration. Because the Trump administration are not afraid of these white folks who's been killing Americans. Yeah. Go sit your black ass down somewhere and let these white men fight. See, that's what black people don't know how to do. You don't know how to let white people be white people and fight. You want to, hey, stop. Go sit your black ass down. Go sit down. Go sit down somewhere. This is what black America need to hear. Go sit the fuck down and let's go get our lives together as black folks. Let these white people kill each other. If that's what they want to do. If that's what they want to fucking do and tear up this country, let them do it. Mind your fucking business, black woman. Mind your business, black man, and go worry about your fucking family and build generational wealth and let these white folks fight as long as the fuck they want to and let them tear this country up. Because guess who's gonna fix it? Them. They're going to go get the money from the federal government to fix this shit. Shut the fuck up and mind your business, nigga. Yeah, I said it. Shut up and mind your business. And go do something for your people instead of sitting around talking about what white people doing. Because you know what white people doing right now? White people are here in America fighting for their own fucking kids. Stupid. And I'm getting ready to show your black ass that when you should be fighting for your own kids. But you want to sit around and talk about this white man who got assassinated in front of his fucking family. You got more smoke for him than RuPaul at your local library talking to your fucking kids. You ain't got no smoke for that. You'll let a transsexual teach your son his ABCs, but you want to run your mouth about racism. Shut the fuck up. You sound like an idiot. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little vogue on this stream because I'm sick of niggas acting like they standing up for something. Niggas ain't never protect their fucking kids. You worry about racism. How about you worry about rapism? Shout out to For No Fame. Because I like to shout niggas out when I hear they shit and I use it. Shout out to For No Fame. Black people, for No Fame always say this. Black folks love to talk about racism, but they never talk about rapism. Yeah, you don't want to talk about molestation, but you want to talk about racism all fucking day. You want to talk about racism all day, but you don't want to talk about how these kids are getting touched by these weirdos and these mooks. You don't want to talk about that. Huh? Black people always want to talk about racism, never want to talk about rapism, never want to talk about what's happening to our fucking kids, but you talk about racism. Go sit down somewhere. Go sit the fuck down somewhere. Go sit down. Half of y'all went to HBCUs talking about racism. Shut the fuck up. Black college and university. That's what HBCU stand for. There is no HBCUs without Ivy League. Fucking play with me. You niggas want to stand up like y'all represent something. Ain't no HBCUs without the white universities. Without white Ivy League, you get no black Ivy League. Shut up, nigga. Everything you got came from that fucking white man, except Black Wall Street. Nigga, go do your real history. Those are some niggas that died for some shit that they built. You niggas ain't died for nothing. You died for selling crack in your neighborhood, you low-life motherfucker. Yeah, I said it. Because that's how all Black Americans should look at some shit like that. If we claiming we kings, so if we kings, how do we feel comfortable dying over drugs in the projects? We supposed to be proud of that? See, you niggas don't really stand for nothing. You just be doing this. Lip service. You really don't stand for nothing. How we kings, but we supposed to feel good dying over gang violence. But we kings. But we kings. But we supposed to feel good about getting gunned down by the police? Huh? That's part of the black struggle. You want to keep talking that shit. Why don't you encourage black men by showing black greatness? I've done it for years. Go to the archive, go to my Black History Month series. See, y'all don't know what it is to be black. Y'all are niggas. Y'all are niggas. Only niggas sit around and worry about racism all day. That's nigga shit. That's nigga shit. That's bottom of the barrel nigga talk. Sitting around worried about who don't like you. Oh, he don't like me because I'm black. Shut up, nigga. What you doing with your life for you to be so worried about somebody not liking you because you black? And that ain't racism, stupid. That's called prejudice. That's not even racism. Somebody not liking you because your skin color, that's not even racism. Y'all don't even be knowing what y'all be arguing about. That ain't even racism. That's not racism. That's called prejudice. Somebody not liking you because of your skin color. That's not even racism, fool. That's not racism. That is not racism. You know what racism is? when you think you better than somebody because of their race. That's racism. See, y'all be sitting around. This is how I know y'all are niggas. Because y'all echo nigga sentiments. Not the sentiments of black folks who want to be about something in life. Because see, them black people from Black Wall Street, they didn't deal with you type niggas. See, you niggas that's on the internet sitting around drunk all day trying to tell people about what it is to be black. See, back in the day, them black folks didn't listen to you because you was a nigga. You was a nigga. See, y'all wasn't part of Black Wall Street because y'all wasn't building nothing because y'all wasn't into that. Y'all wanted to get drunk and party and do what rednecks do. And do what rednecks do. That's why y'all still do it till today. Yeah. But y'all don't really know what's going on in this world. And we're going to talk about it today. What up, Ant? Shout out to my guy, Ant T, in the building. Salute. Make sure y'all go follow my man, Ant T. Hey, yo, Ant, drop your link in the chat, bro. My favorite morning show is Coffee and Chill on Sundays, man. Y'all go follow my man, Ant T. Mix Up says, gotta stop listening to the left tell you you're a victim. Exactly. Exactly. Guess who else were radical leftists? The goddamn KKK. Y'all want to get up here and conservative blacks don't like black people. Shut your dumb ass up. When you don't even know the left side is where the Klan is, fool. You know the same side you on. This is why I'm calling y'all black rednecks. You don't even know you live the life of a fucking redneck. That's what the hood is. That's black redneckville. Why you think rednecks don't come to the hood and we don't go to the trailer park? Those are our hoods. The lowest level of white folks and the lowest level of black folks. We got our own neighborhoods. They got the trailer parks and the backwood country crackers that eat beavers and all that. That's them. Dog the bounty hunter. That's them. And then you got us in the projects. And then the apartments. Those the niggas. The niggas and the rednecks. Look at their lifestyles. How much of a difference do you see? Since y'all hate white people so much. How much of a difference is your lifestyle as a black person growing up in the ghetto than it is a white boy growing up as a redneck in a trailer park? What's the difference? Somebody's gonna get mad. Because niggas get mad when they hear the truth. Niggas. Only niggas do that. Only niggas get uptight and want to start screaming and throwing shit at you because they hear the truth. They don't know how to deal with it. The truth don't sit right with niggas. That's why niggas always try to make up some extra shit. But nothing. But nothing. But nothing. How about there is no but? How about you always add but in there because you don't know what else to say? When this goddamn country is under siege, this country is at war with itself. Did you know that? No. No, you don't know. No, you don't know. How about you go read the book, just a couple of chapters, of The Fall of America by Elijah Muhammad. Now, see, y'all hear me get up. Y'all done heard me get up here and go in on the Nation of Islam because I know the truth about it. Just like I know Elijah Muhammad was a Mason. Yeah. And in his books, he gave up certain information to black folks, certain information that he could let out. Like when he told black folks how to eat to live. See, all this is Masonic information, in case you didn't know. The Fall of America. He wrote a book called The Fall of America. He wrote a book called The Fall of America. He wrote a book called The Fall of America, where the things that's described in this book is going down right now. But guess where he got the concept of writing Fall of America from? He got the concept of writing the end time prophecy, because that's what the book Fall of America is about. The end times. Where he got that from? What book talks about the end times and what's going to happen? What are the things we're going to start to see when the end is near? What book talked about that first? What book talked about the fall of Babylon first? The Tower of Babel was going to fall. Who talked about that first? Huh? The kingdom of the devil will be destroyed. What book that came from? Huh? Huh? See, that's how I could debunk all that shit over there on that side. Because the fall of America was inspired by the goddamn Bible. Revelations. It was inspired by the Bible. The first book that ever talked about end time prophecy was the Bible. Don't get mad at me, nigga. Those are just the facts. Can't no human talk about end time prophecy unless it came from that book. Yeah, unless it came from that book. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, what's going on in America right now? The fall of America. And the one thing they talked about in that book, just like they talk about in that Bible, nations will be at war with each other. Nations. Why do y'all think Donald Trump is running around? See, y'all think he's just going around collecting money. He going around to stop a fucking worldwide war that y'all didn't know was getting ready to come to America. They was getting ready to destroy this country. It was nations teamed up, resources combined to come here and to bomb our country. Did y'all know that? No. Y'all niggas still talking about racism. You didn't even know that there was multiple look up BRICS. They came together, BRICS came together as nations to destroy America. But you niggas still talking about racism. You niggas still talking about they was gonna bomb this fucking country. Dummy. You talking about racism? They was getting ready to bomb this shit. The whole country. Not Washington, D.C., not California, not Hollywood, the whole fucking country, dummy. But you want to argue about racism? That's what you want to argue about? When all of our lives are at stake? You want to talk about racism? So you think these people want to destroy this country because this country is racist? That's what you think. So when your black ass go on vacation to another country, they not racist. But you take your black ass over there, right? Shut up. Shut up with that counterproductive ass talk. Because that's what it is. I don't want to hear about racism when we got nations ready to blow up our fucking country. Don't tell me nothing about racism. You sound stupid. You sound uninformed. You don't know what's going on. You talking about racism, nigga. You still talking about police brutality. They ready to blow up the country. The entire country. You talking about police brutality. You see how far niggas are? You see how far niggas are gone? Niggas still talking about black people getting beat up by the police. When they talking about blowing up the whole fucking country. You talking about police brutality. They talking about blowing up the whole country. Where's your brain at? You want to argue about that? This is why I don't take y'all serious, man. That's why I don't take y'all serious. You want to argue about racism? You bugging. What's up, Keista Bunny? Racism. Niggas crazy, man. Double R in the building. What up, Double R? We got our own internal problems. Get yet bigger problem awaits. Exactly. Exactly. How you doing, Miss Stormy? Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get to this work. Let's get to this work. Let's get into showing the people the secret war that's inside U.S. politics that's destroying this country. Because guess what? It ain't racism. That's not what this shit is about, buddy. Look, it's right here in your face. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Kirk murder suspect deeply indoctrinated with leftist ideology. He was a leftist. Tyler Robinson, the suspect accused of fatally shooting conservative activist Charlie Kirk last week, had left-leaning political views. Y'all talking about racism. This white man just killed another white man, dummy. Talking about racism. Shut up. Shut up. It's very clear to us and to the investigators that this was a person who was deeply indoctrinated with leftist ideology. Yeah. Cox told the Wall Street Journal in an article published Saturday morning. Cox said at a Friday morning press conference that a family member of Robinson told investigators the suspect had become more political in recent years. Internet, just like y'all, fake activists on the internet acting like y'all care about political shit, never talked about it, but soon as something happened, you got to run your mouth about something, had become more political in recent years, meaning he jumped on his political shit because he hate Trump. Bingo. The family member, according to the Utah governor, said Robinson recently mentioned at a dinner that Kirk was scheduled to speak at Utah Valley University. Oh, this man was, look at this psychopath. Look at this psychopath weirdo. They talked about why they didn't like him. See this? See this? They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints he had. These are white folks. Hey, black people. These are white folks sitting at their table talking about another white man. You niggas still talking about racism and what white people talk about us when they at home eating dinner, what they got to say about black people. Do you know they sit at home and talk about white people too, dummy? Why the fuck you? Why do you think you that important for somebody? They talking about us. Yeah. You don't even find yourself that fucking important. You think white folks, every time they sit down and eat, they having a conversation about black people? This is what you think? This is crazy to me. You think white people come home from work, cook dinner, and sit down as a family to talk about black people every day? This is what you think? Something's wrong. Something's wrong with you. That's what you think? You see, y'all niggas been watching too much Sinetta TV. Y'all niggas be on. This is crazy, man. This shit crazy. This is crazy, bro. Double R says if they think about black, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Good morning, Kari. Shout out to Miss Kari in the building. Good morning. Shout out to all my lovely lady Mars that's in the building. I saw Miss Camille come in earlier. Hey, Miss Camille, good to see you, love. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. I'm a white man, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. Radicals and media are trying to destroy us from the inside. And to be honest, white folks just talk about work and shit. Come on. Like normal people do. But it's in a black person's mind, and these black people on the internet, they think white people come home from work and talk about black folks. You don't even take your black ass home and talk about black people. But you think white people do it. Man, you people are sick. You people are sick in the head, bro. You people sick in the head, man. Here's the problem that's here in America. Here it is. Here it is. Not black and white. Here's the real problem. Here's the real problem right here. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. So look, they already given motive. They already know that he was following Charlie Kirk. And he sat down with his family and talked about Charlie Kirk. This is a white man. A white man. Yeah, white American. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Robinson is registered as an unaffiliated voter in Utah. See that? Authorities recovered the alleged rifle, a Mauser 98 36 caliber, however you pronounce that, with a scope. Mm-hmm. That don't sound like a real good gun, by the way. I thought snipers usually have AR-15s and, stuff like that. I don't know what that is. The unfired bullet casing had inscriptions, Cox said. The first one said, hey, fascist. So he was writing on the bullets. Hey, fascist. The second unfired casing had written on it the lyrics of the Italian folk song Bella Ciao. And the third one said, if you read this, you're gay. You are gay. LMAO. You see this type of shit? This is a psychopath. He's a psychopath. This man's a psychopath. Tyler Robinson, he's a psycho. He's a psychopath. He's a psychopath. Niggas still talking about racism. We got psychopaths. We got the most psychopaths in the world right in this country. Niggas still talking about racism. We got the most child predators in this country. Y'all still talking about racism. Are y'all stupid? Oh no, you just doing what you was taught. Because that's all y'all know how to talk about. Is racism. That's all you know how to talk about. What's up, R. Henny? What's going on, fam? What's going on? Cox said Friday morning, Robinson's family member got in touch Thursday night with a family friend who then contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office. See, they knew Tyler was goddamn crazy. They knew he was crazy. They knew that he was a goddamn psychopath. They knew he was a psychopath. Stating, look, when they called the Washington County Sheriff's Office, stating the suspect had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. See this? See this? See this? Robinson is a third-year student in the electrical apprenticeship program at Dixie Technical College, per the Utah Board of Higher Education. This is some higher learning shit right here. This is some higher learning shit. Robinson was arrested on suspicion of aggravated murder and 2 other state felony charges. See this? Extreme leftists. Tyler Robinson was an extreme leftist. That's what he was. This ain't got nothing to do with racism. Nothing at all. What up, Jay Cavassier? What's going on? How you doing, Michelle Brim? Nothing at all. XRP. What's going on, XRP? Yeah, we getting ready to get into that, XRP. Shout out to you. We getting ready to get into that right now. Because see, over here, we're going to pull up the articles. We're going to pull up the articles. Mm-hmm. Yep. See, now, now, we're going to find out why he's an extreme leftist. Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin lived with a tranny. He lived with a tranny. Who's the biggest people, the biggest group of people who had a problem with Donald Trump getting elected? It wasn't white people who had a problem with Trump getting elected. It wasn't black people. It wasn't Spanish people. It wasn't Korean people. You know who it was the most? And we played it right here on this channel. The majority of the pushback that Trump got from Americans came from the LGBTQ community. Tell me I'm lying. Am I lying? Am I exaggerating? All the pushback and all of these so-called hate narratives that was put out about our president Donald Trump, and his administration all came from them trannies. In particular, them trannies. Them trannies. That's who had the biggest problem with Donald Trump getting in office. It wasn't black folks. It was them black trannies. Yeah, I said it. It was y'all mooks. Chicks with dicks. That's who had a problem with it. That's who had a problem with it. And those people are what? Liberal. Leftists. Extreme leftists. The people of that community are extreme leftists. The fake gay people. The people that's a part of the LGBTQ. See, real gay people ain't a part of no gay community. Real gay people. Shout out to the real gay people. Not these people who put labels on themselves so they could become a DEI hire. I got titties at the top and dick at the bottom, so you gotta hire me. How many trannies is up in here? Go sit down somewhere, you weirdo. Yeah, I said it. Because you same trannies are call me a fat bastard. So why I can't call you a weirdo? Huh? You do know that's part of DEI too. It's called weightism. All the isms is a part of DEI. Just in case you didn't know. Yeah. DEI is just not about race. DEI is mainly about sexual preference. DEI let all the weirdos in. DEI made all the businesses fly that rainbow flag. That's what DEI did. That's why Trump came in and dismantled that shit. It was because of DEI that corporations had to fly the gay flag. Yeah, did you know that? No, you didn't know that. No, you didn't know. Yeah, weightism. Yeah, double R. Yeah. What you said, Marcus? Dumbassism. Yeah. Cause see, look, double R. I don't like to go on other people's panels, and shout out to my brother Ant. I don't like to go on other panels, right? And really broadcast what I got going on they shit unless they tell me to. I don't like to really talk about my content on their platforms, because I'm a guest, and anybody platform who I decide to get on, it's because I got some respect for you. 9 times out of 10 is because I rock with you in some type of way. But as y'all know over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, I'm in school for my psychology degree. My first class that I took, and I've been in school now for a year and a half. I graduate next year with my BA in psychology. The first class I took, the first class they gave me was DEI. That was my first class. If any of my lovely lady mods is in the building, I gave y'all from when I started school up until now. My first class I took was DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So y'all really can't tell me nothing about DEI because I got an A in DEI. I know all about DEI, and it's not just about what y'all think it is. DEI is the reason why you have the 65-year-old elderly people who are greeters in Walmart. That's because of DEI. Because it's something called ageism, where people were discriminated against certain jobs because of their age. DEI says it don't matter how old you are, there's certain jobs we have available for you to do. Ageism, DEI. Weightism, DEI. Yeah. Yeah, I bet y'all didn't even know that. People with certain disabilities. This is why you see people in wheelchairs and stuff working a lot more now. DEI hires. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't even be knowing what that's why I learned to be quiet and just go on mute, and because people be arguing about shit that's in their head, not shit that they know. They be arguing about stuff they think they know. I don't want to argue with nobody who think they know something and they don't know it. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with an uninformed person. What I look like? You don't know what you're talking about. Why am I going to argue with you? For what? You don't know what's really going on. Fuck, I'm arguing with you for? I'm arguing with you over your opinion. I'm not arguing with you. What up, conscious moron? Salute. Appreciate you, bro. XRP says fat cops. You said they DEI highest, XRP? Fat cops. What up, King Rooster? What's going on, King Rooster? Yeah, I took the class, Columbus Brooks, but I took the class and I passed it, but I don't like to put that out there, Columbus Brooks. Like that makes me some type of aficionado or something. So that's why I don't bring it up. But on my brother Auntie's show yesterday, we was talking about DEI because we was talking about politics. And people stay harping on racism when that's not the extent of DEI. Because DEI, right, is about inclusion. See, yesterday on the show, we kept harping on diversity and the effects of diversity. We wasn't talking about the equity part and the inclusion part. That's the reason for the DEI hire, because of the I, inclusion. So you have to include them because they're diverse. Because they're diverse. How are they diverse, DS1? They're diverse through race. They're diverse through class. They're diverse through gender. They're diverse through sexual orientation, sexual preference. This is all DEI. But y'all want to make this a black thing. When right now, America is at war with itself. America. This ain't no race thing. This ain't no race thing. This man was with a tranny. Let's look at this. Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin lived with a transgender partner. Senior level FBI officials told Fox News. Shout out to Cash Patel. Shout out to my man Cash. Bureau officials confirmed that Tyler Robinson, 22 years old. See, he's a nut. He's 22 years old looking for somebody to assassinate. See, he's a nutcase. See, this is a problem. Shout out to Mahogany Roots. Mahogany said this on the show yesterday. She said that America is not addressing the real problem, which is mental health. Mental health. Shout out to Mahogany. This guy, Tyler Robinson, is crazy. Look at him. You think he normal? You think this is a normal kid? Look at his face. Do you think this guy's normal? Look at him. He don't suffer from mental illness? Yes, he does. He's a nutcase. He's 22 years old. Running around with these ideologies in his mind. He's sick. He's 22 years old and was in a romantic relationship with an unnamed person who is a male transitioning into a female, and that they shared an apartment in St. George, Utah. See why he hated Charlie Kirk? You see why he hated Charlie Kirk? Because Charlie Kirk was against Mookism. Yeah, just like a lot of those conservatives, right-wing conservatives, they don't stand for Mookism. And I know some of y'all are saying, well, DS1, it's conservative gay people. Not part of the Trump administration. They're probably a civilian, but they're not a part of the Trump administration. Ain't nobody in the Trump administration a mook. There's not one there, male or female. Ain't no carpet munchers and ain't no egg roll lovers. Trump don't play that shit. Ain't no mooks up in here. Why you think he getting all the mooks out the military? Huh? See, this is the real war that's inside U.S. politics. You know, do you know it's goddamn war generals who are dressed up as women? That's part of our goddamn military. You got high-ranking generals who are cross-dressers. Military men wearing panties. White men. Go sit your black ass down and listen. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Stop always thinking somebody called you. Ain't nobody talking to you. We talking about white men. Yeah. Sitting up in high-ranking places wearing dresses. This is the war. This shit ain't got nothing to do with us. They're fighting trannies that's in the government. That's in high-ranking places. A bunch of mooks and weirdos. And a lot of them are Geppettos, too. A lot of them are Geppettos. Trump want them out of this country. All these weirdos and mooks. Because guess what they're doing? Guess what they're doing? While black American kids are influenced by hip hop music to go be gangsters and sluts and hoes, white American kids are being influenced to change their fucking gender. Yeah. See, y'all don't know what's going on in your country. Yeah. See, while we in the hood struggling to buy a Pepsi, in the white neighborhoods, these parents were struggling with their kids, battling with identity. These white kids was put on puberty blockers at 10. Yeah, this a whole nother war you don't know nothing about. And guess what you gonna say? I don't care. Then why the fuck you care about what white people say about you? Why you care what they say about you if you don't care how they live and what happens to them? Why you care what they think about you then? Huh? See how you contradict yourself? If they don't matter, then what the fuck they say about you shouldn't matter. but they do matter to you. They matter to you more than black folks. They matter more to you than black people do. White people always have mattered more to black folks than black folks matter to them goddamn selves. And that's why you can't talk about the real war that's going on. Because that's why Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He was a casualty to a war that's going on within the government that has nothing to do with black people. That has all to do with powerful white men who made the wrong decisions. That's what this got something to do with. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Look what they doing. Look at what they doing. Look at what they doing. Look what these white boys doing to their own country. One FBI official told Fox News Digital, the individual has been extremely cooperative and said the person had no idea Robinson was allegedly planning to assassinate the Turning Point USA founder. The person is not currently accused of any criminal activity in connection with the assassination. They talking about his boyfriend. FBI officials told Fox News Digital that the FBI had text messages and other communications between Robinson and his partner that helped FBI agents zero in on Robinson. Officials said the FBI took evidence from their apartment, including computers, which has been sent out to Quantico for review. The FBI declined to comment on whether Robinson's partner would be charged with the crime. The FBI is investigating a record number of tips. An FBI spokesperson said every connection, every group, every link will be invested. Listen to what, shout out to Cash Patel. Every connection, every group, every link will be investigated. And anyone involved in this matter, anywhere in the world they might be, will be brought to justice. You see this? This is a real, see, they're not playing. Shout out to the Trump administration. They're not playing with them. They said, we don't care what group, what organization, whoever he's a part of, we coming to get all of y'all. We coming to get all of y'all. We're going to round all of you up. Every single, they said, we don't care if we got to go across the fucking world. If we find out you connected to this bastard, we coming to get you. Because this is about what? Making America great again. And guess what? Guess who's the biggest opposition to making America great again? The white folks who don't want it to change. Yeah. Bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't know that. The apartment Robinson and his partner shared is in the same southern Utah community Robinson's parents live in. See this? This guy's a psychopath. And this is how you know he got mental health. He can't live far from his parents. Mental health. It is approximately 4 hours away from Utah Valley University, where Robinson allegedly shot Kirk. Kirk was killed Wednesday as he spoke to a crowd at the school campus in Orem. Authorities believe a single shot was fired from the roof of a building some 200 yards away. Kirk was 31 and married and the father of 2 young children. See this? Ideology. The divide in America. End time prophecy. End time prophecies. See? You see? Governments fighting governments. Nations going to war with nations. What up, Ivan? Shout out to my man Ivan in the building. I'm not sure, son. I'm not sure. Dylan says it's not black versus white. It's not Republican versus Democrat. It's good versus evil. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Dylan. I don't know why black people haven't figured that out yet. I don't know why black Americans still think it ain't good versus evil, because a lot of y'all are evil. That's why y'all don't care about that man losing his life in front of his family. Because you're becoming that devil that you talk about all the time. You're becoming that cold, callous piece of trash that y'all like talking about. You're becoming him. You see? Because y'all response to, well, they don't feel bad when black people die, so why should we feel bad when they die? Because we not them, you goddamn fool. See, then you same black folks, yeah, because we from the tribe of Judah, and because the Bible really was for, y'all start talking that dumb shit. Contradicting yourself again. Because if the Bible was talking to us, then he told you what to do. God told you to love everybody. Oh, DS1, what he actually meant, because you know it was tampered with. Shut up, nigga. Now you want to change. Now you're going to tell me what God word said back in the day and what God word. Nigga, shut up, nigga. Shut up. You're lying. You're making it say what you want it to say, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Tired of hearing that shit. Don't keep beating me over the head with bullshit. You know, cause the Bible really is a black book. Okay, then why we can't forgive nobody? Why we can't forgive nobody? Okay, God didn't say for, because I hear all the shit you niggas be saying, because I heard it on the street. You niggas ain't saying nothing on the internet that I haven't heard outside. See, I heard all this shit you niggas saying on the internet. I heard it outside because I was outside. I heard it all the breakdowns, all the talk about the Council of Nazi, and I heard all that shit back in the early 2000s. Who you niggas think y'all be talking to? All that shit y'all talking is bullshit. Y'all know that. Trying to make the Bible a racial book. If that was the goddamn case, God would have told us that in the beginning of the fucking book. Why he ain't tell us in Genesis that this book was specifically for black folks? Why he ain't tell us that in the beginning? You niggas wanna make up and assume he said that. Shut up. And let's say he did do that. You're still contradicting yourself because you're still supposed to love white people, according to the Bible. Because according to the Bible, you ain't supposed to hate nobody. You ain't supposed to hate nobody. See? You ain't supposed to hate nobody. You ain't supposed to wish bad on nobody, according to the Bible. I ain't say the Bible said, go lay up with your enemy. I didn't say that. I said the Bible told you you ain't supposed to have hate in your heart for nobody. Am I lying? Am I lying? Not true. There we go. Give me the scripture where God tells us we're allowed to hate people. Give me that scripture, please. You see, I love when people do this because I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Show me in the Bible where God said it's okay for you to hate people. Whether they're your enemy, whether they're your friend, whoever. Show me. Show me. Show me. See, look what people like to say. The Bible is mostly fiction. So a fake ass book is telling us what's happening right in our face on earth right now. See, I need y'all. Y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop. How can a fake book depict what's happening in real time? How can a fake book do that? Huh? How can a book that's fake predict what's going to happen and what's been happening right now? If the book is fake, how the fuck is that? What's wrong with you people, man? What's wrong with y'all? Did y'all ever see a goddamn wolf huff and puff and blow your goddamn house down? Huh? Have y'all ever saw the big bad wolf huff and puff and blow your house down? That's called fake. That's called fiction. Okay? That's called fiction. Because you ain't never see a goddamn wolf blow no house down. That's fiction. That's fiction. Ivan Curry says 1 John 4:19 and 20. I don't even like to do this, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. 1 John. What you said, Ivan? Chapter 4, verses 19 and 20. Shout out to my man Corey Love. Shout out to my man Freezy. These brothers do this on their show on a regular. So I don't really like to do this because I watch brothers who specialize in this. Shout out to y'all. All right. Let's pull it up. Let me share my screen. Shout out to Ivan for that. Salute, Ivan. Shout out to my guy, Third Ward in the building. What up, Third? I'm going to get to your comments in a second, bro. Salute. 1 John chapter 4, verses 19 through 20. This is the NIT, New International Version. We love because he first loved us. Whoever claims to love God, yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. I didn't say this. Now, some of y'all gonna say, well, you know that it didn't really, it really meant that. No, it meant what the fuck it say. Stop trying to change the word of God. That's called witchcraft. Did you know that? Did you know that? God damn it. When you try to change the word around and manipulate the word so it could fit what you doing, that's called witchcraft. That's called witchcraft. Do you know they've been doing that for thousands of years? Twisting up scripture. Do you know the devil twisted up scripture and confused Eve and Adam in the garden? He was twisting up scripture. A devil. I'm going to read what it says. Stop telling me what you think it say. Who are you? Who are you? Who ordained you to say, oh, this what this really mean? Who are you? You ain't in no priesthood. It's witchcraft. Let's start from the beginning. 1 John 4, verses 19 through 20. We love because he first loved us. Simple. That's simple and to the point. This is why we're supposed to love each other, because God loved us first. Secondly, whoever claims to love God, if you claim you love God, right, but yet hate a brother or a sister, you don't love God. See that? See that? So all of this, you ain't got no compassion and you really don't care and yeah, because you a liar. You don't love God. You a liar. God said that. I didn't say that. God said it. God did. Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. You can't hate me and love God. It don't work like that. For whoever does not love their brother and sister, for whom they have seen, cannot love God, for whom they have not seen. God damn. Ain't that common sense? See, this why you tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. The Bible is common sense, bro. That's logical. How you gonna hate me? You see me every day. You hate me, but you love God, somebody you never saw. Somebody you never saw. Somebody you barely interact with. You love him. But we interact all the time. And you claim you love God, but you don't treat me as if you love God. See, y'all don't get the point. See, if you love God, you will love his creation, which is other human beings. You will love nature. You will love everything that God created because he loved us first. No matter what's done to you, you know why? Because God loves us unconditionally. No matter what we do. No matter what we do. See this? You see this? See, I think it's time for y'all to get off the left and get on the right side of things. The right side of things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think so. What up, Saudi? Shout out to Saudi Tate. King Rooster says, I have love for God, but for some of his children, I cannot stand. And that's a King Rooster. That's cool. Because notice it didn't say that in the word. It didn't say that. It used the word specifically hate. A lot of us can't stand each other sometimes. Shit. I know sometimes y'all can't stand me. Because sometimes I'll be going off the Richter. That don't mean you hate me. See, that's a different level. Hate. That's the word that he used. You can't love me as God and then hate your brother or sister. You can't stand his ass sometimes. You can't stand her. That's called human emotion. But hate is spiritual. Hate is a whole nother type of principle than you being upset and you know, somebody pissing you off, you know, or they just might be people you can't deal with like that. But that don't mean you hate them. There's family we can't deal with. There's family we can't hang around. Does that mean we hate them? No. See, it's a difference. It's a difference. And what we're talking about right now is what has destroyed the fabric of America. Hatred, racism. This is the stuff that destroyed this country. Whether black people want to accept it or not. See, y'all don't even know why this country is in the state it's in. It's because what it has done to people. Not just black people, to all Americans. This country has not been a good place for Americans because of this war that's going on in the inside. Because of this war that's going on in the inside. Now let's get to it. Because we're not done. You think it's over? Oh, we're not done. Check out this email. Now, this email could be fake. I think the email is fake. But it looks like somebody watches my channel and they said, hey, DS1, I'm going to send this man this email. Because there's got to be somebody who watches my show. Has to be. Ivan says, thank you, sir. I needed to hear that myself. That shook me, my brother. Real talk. Salute, Ivan. Appreciate you, bro. Salute. Saudi Tate says it's crazy. The scripture literally says, and I will separate the sheep on my right and the wolves on the left. Can't make it up. The scripture says what it says. Thank you, Saudi Tate. But we got people on the internet that want to make it say what they want it to say because they black. That's called witchcraft. That's called black magic. That's what that's called. How you doing, Laquilla? Or Laquila? How you doing? Look what's going on. Check this out, y'all. Somebody sent me this email. Like I said, I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real because it came in my spam folder. But look what it says. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s warning. Dear reader, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just testified before the U.S. Senate. And it's an all-out war. Angry liberals questioned his assault on untested vaccines. The CDC and Big Pharma. And smeared him as a liar, a junk scientist, and a conspiracy theorist. But time and time again, Kennedy has been proven right. Now he's issued a terrifying new warning to Americans that Americans need to hear in 2025. If you were born after January 1st, 1965, this affects you most of all. Take a look at this. P.S. Liberals will call this crazy too until they see the data. Let's take a look at the video, guys. How about we take a look at the video? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to take a look at the video. Shout out to everyone in the building. Please double tap y'all screens and hit the like button if you're here this morning. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to my man UFO. Salute, UFO. Appreciate that super chat, bro. He says, cook. Shout out to my man UFO in the building, man. Salute to you, bro. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to see this video. Hey, Miss L'Oreal, we got a top lovely lady mod in the building this morning. Good to see you. Good to see you, Miss L'Oreal. Shout out to you. I'm sorry if I missed you, but shout out to you. I appreciate you always coming through a hole in it. Dizam. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal in the building. I see y'all ones. How you doing, Miss Bridget? How you doing? Good morning. What up, B Dolo? What's going on? Running Warrior in the building. Salute, Running Warrior. King Rooster says, I saw that. Oh, they sent it to you too? They sent it to you too? What up, Fierce? Shout out to my man Fierce Soul on a pull-up. Oh, you said you just came in? Okay. Good morning to you. Salute, fam. I appreciate your support. Mitchell Wilson, salute. Let's pull it up. Let's go. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Look what this says. 5 hidden epidemics. Let's watch it.
He's known as COVID-19's Patient Zero, a research scientist at a virus biolab in Wuhan, China. His job? Gain-of-function research. Experiments that make the COVID-19 virus stronger and more infectious. It was no secret that the Wuhan lab's ventilation system wasn't up to par. And there's even footage of researchers working with no protective gear. But no one was prepared for what happened next. After becoming one of the first humans infected with COVID-19, Patient Zero took the subway, which led to the Wuhan airport. The first cases of COVID-19 were reported all along the same subway line in late 2019. And from there, it ignited one of the worst pandemics in human history. This was all described by RFK Jr. years ago, back when simply uttering the words lab leak could end careers. Liberals quickly labeled him a quack and a conspiracy theorist. But now, 3 separate government agencies, including the CIA and the FBI, all agree that COVID-19 likely did originate from a lab leak in Wuhan, China. RFK Jr. stuck his neck out to warn us about the truth, and after years of being mocked, he was proven correct. Now, in 2025, RFK Jr. has a new warning for America that could be even deadlier. And if you were born before January 1st, 1960, you're at more risk than anyone. So why isn't the media talking about this? And what can you do to protect yourself and your family? Some of the answers might make you angry, but they could also save your life. Keep watching to learn the shocking truth. Hi, I'm Benjamin Cross for Natural Health Response. And friend, it's finally happened. RFK Jr. is now the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services. But it was not easy. Throughout his entire career, RFK Jr. has put his reputation on the line by being one of the first to speak out. He led the pack in warning that COVID-19 originated from a lab leak in Wuhan, China. He was at the forefront of speaking out against deadly microplastics and the devastating effects they're having on America's health. And he's been railing against corruption within the FDA for decades. And what has he gotten in return? Mainstream medicine has labeled RFK Jr. a quack, an alarmist, and a conspiracy theorist. But guess what? It now appears that he was right. Multiple U.S. intelligence agencies, including the FBI, CIA, and Department of Energy, now believe that COVID-19 was most likely originated from a Wuhan lab leak. The official White House website even lists a Wuhan lab leak as the origin of COVID-19. Microplastics are now being linked to diabetes, stroke, and even cancer. And 9 of the last 10 FDA commissioners have gone on to work for Big Pharma, a group they were paid to oversee. Time and time again, RFK Jr. was first. Time and time again, RFK Jr. was mocked. And time again, RFK Jr. was right. And even now that he's an official member of President Trump's cabinet, the pattern is starting all over again. There are 5 deadly hidden epidemics playing out right now in America. And even though RFK Jr. is again trying to raise the alarm, Mainstream medicine has its head stuck firmly in the sand. That's why today we're shining a bright spotlight on what we believe are RFK Jr.'s top 5 hidden epidemics killing American citizens. The first one alone affects hundreds of millions of Americans. And if you were born before January 1st, 1965, then you're more at risk than anyone. But that's not all. RFK Jr. has also taken dead aim on the FDA. In one of his first speeches as Secretary of HHS, he called for them to finally end their corrupt dealings with Big Pharma. And he's calling for life-saving solutions that have been suppressed by Big Pharma's greed to finally be brought into the light. And that's exactly what we're doing today. In addition to the top 5 epidemics, you're also going to hear about real, natural alternatives to deadly drugs, treatments that have been actively ignored or sidelined by mainstream medicine. Imagine a natural cancer treatment so strong it can shrink deadly tumors to almost nothing in just 30 days and help patients avoid grueling surgeries. It exists, and it's being quietly studied by the US government, and patients are calling it a miracle. Or how about an all-natural Alzheimer's milkshake that starts working in just 2 hours? Imagine a simple immune booster that's been shown to kill almost 100% of the rhinovirus responsible for cold and flu. It's real and scientifically shown to be 100 times more powerful than some of the most popular antibiotics on the market. Now picture a natural diabetes solution that starts lowering blood sugar levels within 60 minutes. Even better, there are no dangerous drugs or life-altering side effects. It's real. They're all real. And they have the power to bring down Big Pharma, which is exactly why RFK Jr. is still being smeared, even after he's been confirmed to one of the highest health positions in the country. They simply don't want you knowing these options exist. And that's exactly why we're going to reveal everything in this video. It's a lot to take in, but it could just save your life. So grab a pen and paper and let's begin. On January
All right. If y'all want to watch the rest of the video, I put the link to the video in the chat. But I definitely wanted to highlight that because that is the video that's going to segue us into the next videos. Because again, little do y'all know, there's a secret war inside of the US. And that's what we're talking about today. And it's connected to Big Pharma, vaccines, medicine, and all of these things. Let's get to the proof. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all. Double R says, China got a medical market. Some stuff we not allowed to even eat. Facts. Facts. What's up, Tank White? Salute. Splody Jesus says a class war. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Sounds like somebody has been robbing the rainforest and finding natural drugs. Shout out to King Rooster. But let's get to this video. Because again, this is why. This is the war. That's right up in your face that you don't pay attention to. Because they got the leftists got y'all geeked up on racism. Let's listen.
Trans thing. They've had enough of it. This whole they're just kind of regular people like you and me, but happen to dress up like with. No, that's not really what's going on. You've unleashed an entire fleet of mentally ill lunatics on the public, and now we have to deal with the fallout of it. We have to deal with having to deal with these people on a day-to-day basis. A lot of people are sick of it. This guy is just echoing the thing which is in a lot of our minds, which is that, hey, we're kind of tired of these mentally ill lunatics in our streets. We really are.
Ava?
I find that really frightening. I mean, why would you say someone was mentally ill because they feel they were born in the wrong body? I mean, does that give you pleasure or joy to just stamp down on someone's, personhood? What's the intent here?
Do you value truth? Because
of course I value truth, yeah.
Good. Then here's what's true. What's true is that if you're a man, you can't be a woman. And if you're a woman, you can't be a man. That's what's true.
I don't think it's helpful to get into
hang on. I'll let you talk, but let me finish. Your attempt to gaslight everybody into the opposition of this truth builds resentment. And it's that resentment that you have to deal with. And it's you have done it to yourself. Like most of these things, the left does it to themselves. It's very obvious. People are not going to accept this. The trans agenda has stalled, and it stalled out the LGBTQ agenda with it because you're trying to gaslight people into something which is obviously not true.
Exactly. Shout out to everyone that's coming in the building. If you're just coming in, shout out to you. Double tap your screens and hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. Also share the show. If you're enjoying this content, don't hesitate to donate. The super chat is open as well. Support the show, y'all. Support the show. You heard that? You heard what he asked her? Do you believe in truth? So if you believe in the truth and you stand on what's true, then why are you trying to gaslight something that you know is wrong? A man could never be a woman and a woman could never be a man. A man could never be a woman and a woman could never be a man. But it seems like we have a bunch of white people in this country, a bunch of white men who want to be white women and who want to walk around and act like white women. Even to the point where they want to go and transition into a woman. That's a problem in this country. Because that creates an identity problem. And if a person don't know who they are intrinsically, it's easy for them to become crazy. Y'all don't understand that, do y'all? Do you know that it's easier for a person to become something destructive to themselves because they don't know who they are? So it's easier for them to become destructive. It's easier for you to lean toward negativity when you don't even know what you come from. You might come from something prestigious, but you don't know. You have an identity problem. Identity. How you doing, Deborah Temple? Good to see you. Shout out to my man Club in the building. What up, Club? Salute to you, bro. Shout out to my man Bucket on the pull up. What up, Bucket? What's good, my brother? Listen to this dumb shit. They're telling you who they are. You just don't want to respect them. No, that's not the point. A man can't tell me he's a woman. See, this is called mental illness. This is called mental illness. You want me to accept a man telling me he's a woman. That's mental illness. So how do I teach my son how to distinguish between a man and a woman if I'm going to tell a man he's a fucking woman? You weirdo. Yeah, how are we supposed to teach our children the difference between men and women? If I just supposed to accept him because he said it. Shut your dumb ass up. You goddamn dummy. This is why we need common sense back in society. The hell I look like? What the hell I look like calling a man a woman because he got on high heels? And because he went and got his ass done. What I look like calling him a woman? Because that's what he wanted to be called. When my son turned 3 years old, he might want to be a Ninja Turtle. Do I tell him he a Ninja Turtle? You goddamn fool. So, because my son watch Ninja Turtles now. He only 8 months. So if he grow up and want to be Donatello, do I tell him, yeah, son, you a Ninja Turtle. Yeah, you can walk around with a turtle shell on. Yeah. Man, what's wrong with you sick people, man? What's wrong with y'all? This is the shit Donald Trump is talking about. People are sick in the head. You sick. You're sick. You're sick in the head, bro. And look at what they're doing to people. Look what they did to this. Look what they did to this little boy, man. This is the war. This is the war. This is the war right here. Look. Listen to this. Since y'all think this shit is a game. Y'all think this shit is a game. Y'all think this is a game, man. What up, Benjamin? Benjamin Brown says, DS1, I missed the class today, bro. It's all good, though. Content, always fire, roughing all types of fellas by telling the truth. I'm always locked in, NYC for life. Yes, sir. Shout out to my man, Benjamin Brown, man. And, of course, shout out to the town. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. You already know. Shout out to Benjamin, man. I appreciate you, fam. It's all good, bro. You can catch the replay. Club says, unpopular opinion. Even if you get the surgery and transition therapy, the original biology doesn't go away. Oh, we getting ready to get into that, Club. We getting ready to get into that. Because see, what a lot of you black people don't know, because you always want to mind somebody else's business and speak on somebody else's shit. What you didn't know is the war within the white community is all this sexual mutilation and all of these gender politics. That has destroyed the white community. Did you know that? All of this transitional care and all of that shit, that was aimed at white kids. Did you know that? Did you know that that's destroying the white community? Did you know that? No. That's why I told you to mind your black ass business. Because you don't know nothing. You just running your mouth. All you know is what come on the news about white folks. That's all you know is what they put on the goddamn news. Just like them old niggas from back in the day. Watch the goddamn news and think you know the world. Watch the goddamn news and think you know everything. Just like them old niggas. Y'all just like them old niggas. Them old remedial niggas. Soon as the white man come around, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all are them. That's why I don't take y'all serious. Cause soon as that white man come around, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you're disrespectful on the internet. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. You pro-black on the internet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you stay your ass in your house around them white folks. You don't get the grandstanding in your neighborhood. I bet you don't do that because they'll kick your black ass out. You're nice to all your white neighbors. But you come on the internet, you hate white people. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, yes, sir. Right, Kari. They don't even say sir. You right, Kari. You know that's the New York in me. They say yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything you need, sir. I'm here, sir. Main ones on the internet talking all this so-called racist shit. That's why I don't never believe y'all. I never do. It's cap. I watch y'all fold in real life. When that goddamn police car pull up and that white shirt get out, you shut your mouth, nigga. That's what you do. You don't get to doing this like you be doing all on the internet. Like you representing black folks. Get out of here with that shit. Shout out to my guy, Tom Malone, in the building. Day one supporter. Salute, my brother. I appreciate you, bro. How you been, man? It's been a minute. Hope all is well with you, bro. Shout out to my guy, Tom. Look at what they doing to white kids. Mm-hmm. This is the real war in America. It ain't got nothing to do with black Americans. Here it go. Shut up and listen.
Feminization surgery. I had sex reassignment surgery. I was on HRT for 17 years. Now I'm on a combo dose because I can't go off. I have multiple health conditions from transitioning young and for transitioning for so long.
Wow. So what was it for you that kind of woke you up to this isn't what I should have done?
I found out that homosexual transition was environmentally caused in almost every single case by childhood sexual assault or by internalized homophobia or failed boy syndrome. 92.5% of trans-identified males are straight and bisexual, and the only explanation for a straight or bisexual man to transition is autogynephilia. So from my perspective, I went there and I was given a blanket diagnosis given to anybody who has a body issue as a child nowadays.
You know that your message will probably make them angry. Why is it important for you to be here?
Because people are being lied to when they're being diagnosed. They're not being diagnosed with what actually causes the gender dysphoria. They're just being diagnosed with a symptom of a problem. And there are multiple problems that cause those symptoms. And when you don't appropriately diagnose people, you lead them into a life of ruin. All of these interventions are permanent, they're irreversible, and they lied to me. I want people to know that they're lying to people. They're not diagnosing autogynephiles as autogynephiles. I have friends who medicalized all the way and are self-admitted HEPs who were never diagnosed with the reason they feel this way. They were just transitioned.
Who do you blame for this sort of fast tracking of medicalizing children?
I think after gay marriage was won, there was an empty hole in gay politics. We had gotten everything we wanted, and I think trans jumped into all of the orgs that were associated with the gay community, and they lobbied to make gender identity a protected thing. They started doing that in the 90s, and I think this is a byproduct of the trans community intentionally watering things down and lobbying so everybody can have access, and they don't care about the people who are indoctrinated, who are harmed by this loosey-goosey system where you can walk into a therapist in 15 minutes and be given a gender dysphoria diagnosis.
And what do you think it'll take to fix it?
It's going to take lawmakers to step up and shut it down.
Yeah. Yeah. See the real war? You see the real war? You see the real war? They are turning little boys into girls, misdiagnosing them just to cut their penises off. That's a boy. That's a boy, L'Oreal. Y'all just heard that young man's story. He was on hormones at 12. He got a sex change early. Why y'all think all these stories is hitting the internet now? Shout out to Robert F. Kennedy. This shit comes from Big Pharma. This ain't got nothing to do with racism. Big Pharma. You heard what did you hear what she said? Because I'm gonna respect her because she went and became a girl. She said the only way this is gonna stop, lawmakers. And what puts fire up under the legislation's ass to make certain laws? Huh? It's called executive orders. Yeah. Shout out to Donald Trump. It's called executive order. Hey, we need to do something about this. And then they make the laws. See, this is how Trump playing. Executive order. Get this shit done. Clean this shit up. Executive order. Executive order. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all want to sit around and sit on y'all hands? Executive order. Because you do know the people who don't adhere to the executive order, you know what happens to them? They get fired. Goodbye. Remember when we used to sign off for AOL back in the day? Goodbye. Who remember AOL dial-up? Goodbye. You get the boot. Or you ain't gonna adhere to an executive order. Goodbye. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. So this is the secret war inside of U.S. politics. This is the real war that's going on in America right now. And all of this shit is political. Look how we just tied it together. Tyler Robinson is in a relationship with a transgender, someone who's transitioning. We don't know that person's story. His transgender partner could be going through the same things that we heard this woman who transitioned into a woman is going through. Notice what that woman said. These transitions are irreversible. Some of these things are irreversible. We can't come back from it. We can't undo it. So a lot of these people lose their mind. Some of these people lose their mind. They go crazy because they thought they made the right decision about something and they realized that they was misled and now they can't undo what they did. And it drives some of them crazy. You see? See, you don't know the conversations Tyler Robinson and his trans girlfriend may have had. And the pressures his trans girlfriend feels because of Trump being in office. Because this is an anti-mook wave. Ain't no mooks allowed. No mookingtons. Who remembers when we did the show about Elon Musk's daughter? Y'all forgot Elon Musk has a daughter who's a tranny? Y'all don't remember when we did the show where Elon Musk's daughter wrote on her Twitter that she was leaving the country because Trump got elected? And she said that Donald Trump hates gay people, and particularly trannies, aka mooks, McConans, androids. Who remembers when we did that show? This is why his daughter stopped dealing with him. Elon's daughter. She cut her father off because his best friend is Trump, and Trump don't fuck with mook. So she cut her family off. We did a whole show about this. It's a real war. This is a real war. This is the real war that's going on in America. Ain't got nothing to do with race. And every other group understands that. The Latinos understand it. The Asians understand it. Black people, the only ones still talking about race. Because niggas ain't got nothing else to argue about. Yeah, McConans. Maurice, McConans. We going up. McConans. Hey, somebody get Chaz up out of here. Somebody get Chaz or Uber. Have a good day. How you doing, Elevated Mind? How you doing? Nothing to do with race at all. Ant says autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cyberton. Double R says purge may happen, martial law may happen. A lot of people saying that though. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Double R. When the military show up, niggas go in the house. Yeah, somebody get Chaz or Uber. No doubt, Elevated Mind Healer. No doubt. It's great to hear. It's a prison mentality. Can't see past race. Yep. Shout out to my guy, T Church. T Church in the building. He says, we're 400 years behind, bro. It sucks, but it's the truth. You're right. It does suck, but it is true. That's absolutely, bro. Here we go talking about Palestine. Nigga, I'm talking about America. Shut up. Shut up. Talking about Palestine. Always, y'all, man, y'all people crazy, man. Y'all people crazy, bro. Y'all people crazy, man. But salute to y'all, man. I appreciate everyone for coming through this morning. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all set y'all bell notifications. If y'all enjoyed this content today, don't hesitate to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you notified every time we drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. If you're just coming in, go ahead and red ball it back and catch the replay. But also, I need y'all to get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. We might be back at 3 p.m. So make sure you set your bell notifications because we might be back. We might be back. Tell them again, Tone. Tone says them people ain't worried about us. Damn sure ain't. Damn sure ain't. Appreciate you, Double R. Appreciate your support, my brother. Salute. Shout out to everyone. Salute to my lovely lady mods. Shout out to my lovely lady mods for coming through and holding it down this morning. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Y'all always coming through and making sure everything is ran smoothly over here. Shout out to the lovely lady mods. And shout out to everyone for coming through. Shout out to all the new supporters, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the channel. Like I said, make sure you set your bell notifications because we might be coming back live 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all stay tuned because we might be back live 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Make sure y'all get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.